Currently sitting on the location of the 11th tee box, which historically has really a lot of significance to the Dunes Club. It was the location of a cabin, an old fishing cabin called Chapin Cabin. And people used to come down here and they do a little poker playing or gambling, and they do a little drinking, but then it turned into a big meeting in October of 1948. Businessmen and women met here for a barbecue. And the idea was they were going to discuss building the Dunes Club.
So here, there was a cabin.
On this spot.
And we'll call them
right
the
on the swash here.
The founding people.
Yeah, the founding fathers, founding members. They showed up here at this location. It was post-war, World War II. They were looking for some more recreational activities in Myrtle Beach. So basically they came up with the idea, let's build a club, a golf club here. And that's where the idea was formed, right here at this spot that you're standing. So
right where
pretty cool.
Yeah, so you can actually, when you're on the golf course, you can come stand actually the
right here,
origins.
Yes. And it's located on the swash, Singleton Swash that comes in from the ocean. History shows that George Washington actually crossed here as well at one point. So there's a lot of history right in this little area right here.
Yep. Oh, that is so cool.
They had to find a golf course architect, and at that time, Robert Trent Jones Sr. was a little-known architect in the world of golf course architecture. He was doing a project called Peachtree over in Georgia, in Atlanta, and they hired him to do the work here, and literally like a couple bulldozers and some land they bought here, and they built the Dunes Club. There's been very few changes to the golf course. We've had a couple holes that were originally a par 5 that now play a par 4, and so just some tweaks here and there. But basically, the golf course itself is the way it was designed. His design has been, you hate to use the cliche, it stood the test of time, but it certainly has.
So there are, I want to say almost implants, right? Imports that you have. There's some special guests, right?
Yeah. So we've been doing a lot of work at the clubhouse over the years and renovating kitchens and different areas. It's just any club does that to their facilities. Well, we had a guest locker room that we need to renovate, and I needed 8 new lockers. Well, it's hard to find lockers or buy them or build them. And I was kind of in that process of just trying to figure out where can I just get 8 lockers. I just need 8 nice lockers for our guest locker room. Well, one thing led to the next. I talked to a few people and found out that Kiowa Resort had a container full of lockers that they used that they actually purchased from Augusta National, because during the COVID era, the rules for the PGA Tour and for Augusta is they needed to create satellite locker rooms for the players to spread them out and more socially distance them. So they ordered a bunch of new lockers. Well, then once the 2021 Augusta term, the Masters, was played, Kiowa bought the lockers from Augusta to use for the PGA Championship at Kiowa, and they did a similar thing with the locker setup. And then now they're just sitting there in this container, and I was like, I need some lockers. So we drove down there. I personally drove there, loaded up a U-Haul with these 8 lockers and brought them up here. So if you come to play and you use one of our guest lockers, they have been at Augusta National and Kiowa. So it's a pretty cool story of those most traveled lockers we have.
That is a really cool little piece of history, right? Just right there in the lockers.
Yeah.
Awesome.